We're going to begin today in the football hotbed of South Florida to meet one of the best defensive linemen in the 2022 class. That's this week's 5-star feature. The greater Miami area has a long history of producing NFL players. A few miles north of downtown, in Opelika, you'll find one of the best defensive linemen in America. And he has an appropriate nickname.
My official name is Shemar Stewart.
Monsignor Pace star Shemar Stewart is certainly a menace to any offense that lines up against him. The 6'5", 260-pound defensive end is a 5-star prospect and is building a case to be the top recruit overall in the 2022 class.
The first thing you notice, obviously, is his length. Right? He's tall, he's got long arms, so he's got great length. He plays with great leverage. If you know him and you see his work ethic, he's extremely strong for a high school student. And then the unique blend you have is his athleticism, because he's fast, he's quick. And it's hard, especially in the high school level, usually they're missing something and you got to work on that. And all he's doing is developing good traits, because there really isn't a weakness to his game other than youth and inexperience, which he just continues to develop.
This pass rushing phenom hasn't been playing football as long as you might think. When he was about 12 years old, a teacher urged him to give football a try.
I wasn't really into sports back then. I would never really thought about playing sports until one day I said to two teachers, you too big to not be playing any type of sports. So he dragged me onto a football field.
Shamar still didn't love football right away because he didn't like the work that went into it. But when he found himself among the last to be picked in gym class, his attitude changed.
6th grade during PE, nobody wanted to pick me, stuff like that. He'd be like, oh, you're trash. We don't want you on our team, things like that. So I just had to get better. Since then, I really took it seriously, work harder, to get bigger, stronger, faster than everybody else. My life is very football orientated. Whatever I do relates to football. Whenever I'm off, I'm working out, doing something, getting extra work, doing something.
When Shamar got to high school, he wasn't familiar at all with recruiting and how it worked.
When I got to high school, I heard the seniors talking about offers. I didn't know what that was. It was offers is when college pay for everything, you don't gotta pay anything. So I'm like, what can I do to get some of those,
Shamar's gotten more than just some offers. He now has more than 30, and he's currently focusing on 5. Clemson, Georgia, Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Miami. While the Menace is feared by opposing offenses on Friday nights, his personality off the field is anything but scary. He's kind and soft-spoken, and his teammates will tell you he's a supportive leader in the locker room.
I think Shamar's a special player because he has a good personality. He shows me how to deal with my problems on the field. He tells me the things that are going to come up. He's a good person overall.
I love Shemar Stewart. He is a phenomenal person. He's a good player, but he's a better person. And he's loving, he's charismatic, he's comedic, he has a great sense of humor. He's just a great kid to have on your team. And then when he's on the field, he's just a workhorse. He's the guy that sets the standard for us.
When I'm off the field, I'm a quiet person, relaxed, chill. When I'm on the field, I just gotta turn it off. I always gotta bring that energy.
If you have ever been a football player, you understand there's a switch, right? And you get on the field and you get across those white lines, the switch turns on. Right? When you're off the field, then the switch turns off. Shamar has that switch. Right? When he is on the field, he is an unstoppable force. And it is something that you have to deal with. When he's off the field, he's an absolute pleasure to be with.
For a guy who really didn't know about scholarship offers 4 years ago, he's more than ready for the college landscape now. He has a website and an official logo, so he'll be ready to cash in on marketing opportunities at the next level. And in a few years, he could be another name on the list of Miami area products in the NFL.
It'd be a good dream come true. I could retire my mom, even though I know she don't want to. I could buy her whatever she wants. She won't let her stress no more. Growing up, we never really had much, but she do whatever she needs to do so I could get around, make sure I'm straight.
I've done this before, right? I've had kids that come from poverty that you coach. They go to college and make it to the NFL and they make a name for themselves, right? And it's hard to tell a kid, hey, look, imagine what's going to happen in 3 years, because 3 years sounds like an eternity for a child. And we know it's not. 3 years is the blink of an eye. Shamar is 4 years away from changing his life and the generations to come. It's exciting. It's why you do what you do. It's why you get into coaching, to help kids realize their potential.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.